Let's pop this secure guard off. Very nice, DJI. This fits so beautiful. Let's get this up in the air without further ado, and let's see what 50 or 100 bucks more can get you. What does this image look like? I'm underexposed. I'm not gonna do anything fancy and manual or anything with filters. I'm just gonna set it to 0 exposure. I'm gonna lock the exposure here because I like that look, right? And I'm just gonna hit record and get it. Now this is just, look, this is just it. Like you can't have that. I jump over to Cine smooth mode so I get nice smooth motion. You just can't get 4K 24. It's just not an option on your Mini 1. So if you're going to use this, like, then yeah, you know, right away. If you don't care for 4K 24, that means nothing to you. Like, you're not gonna use it. If you had the original Mini 1 and you never even shot in 2.7K, then this means nothing to you, because 4K is just overkill if you've never even used 2.7. You see where I'm coming from? I have a solid connection. I mean, this OcuSync is solid, right? I mean, I could even fly under this bridge if I want. Now, here's a little tip, right? If you're gonna fly under bridges, go in safety, go in advanced settings. If I lose signal, I want it to hover. I don't want it to return home. Suppose I lose signal under this bridge, right? Then what happens? Let's hit record. Fly under this bridge. I don't want it to fly up and hit the bridge, right? I want it to, you know, stay where it is. I can move the controller and regain back connection if I want. It's not a big deal. But let's see if we can go under this bridge. This is cool, right? I mean, this is super cool. There we go. And I'm in Cine smooth mode, so everything is nice and smooth and cinematic. Just right off the bat, just looking beautiful right here. I can go under this bridge, not have to worry. No, there's another bridge under there. I can reveal it. Now I'll tell you, Mini 1, and I can put it up and show you. It's lost connection already. Can't handle all of this information. Now OcuSync is just a beast. Worst case scenario, I lose signal. I'm hovering, so. Here we go. Beautiful. I like this shot. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, love it. Love it. On top of that, the zoom, I mean, come on, 50 bucks more. Now look at this, guys. 50 bucks. 50 bucks. Beautiful. Punch out. Wow. I mean, that's like having a camera that you can change the lens. This is one view that you can fly in, punch in, 2x. That's another zoom. That's like bringing the camera back, changing the lens to get a different view, a different perspective. But this means a lot, right? Especially if you're not just a casual drone flyer, like you're in deep, you got skin in the game. Like, I'm a true droner. This is a power play right here. Now, the question comes into play and where things get a little bit difficult, I'll be honest. If you already invested in the Mini 1, and now you got to go and shell out another, you know, 450 bucks or 600 bucks. What I can tell you is, instead of shelling out the 600, you can invest the 450 and use the Mini 1 batteries. Why not? Right? Unless you plan on selling your Mini 1, then that's an option. How many times are you going to use the zoom? I use the zoom every time I fly. If you don't care about the zoom, if you don't care about the two perspectives, the close-up view, this controller here too, guys, even though you may think it's a little bit more bulky, it's really not that bulky. Right? It's about the same thickness. You know, when the sticks come off, it'll slide right in your bag, just a little bit taller. But the battery life you get out of this, you don't have to remember to charge this all the time. With this original Mini, when you're done all 3 batteries, you got to remember to charge your batteries and charge your controller. Even if you forget to do that on the Mini 2, you can still get one more round of your flying more out of this. I'm pretty sure the batteries are just that much better. The controller, honestly, guys, it's just, no matter how you turn and twist, it's just a lot more comfortable and easier to use. Plus, you have sport mode, normal mode, and cine-like mode at the touch of your finger. You know, you could toggle between it while flying. It's just a breeze. Whereas this one, you have to do it on the screen. Not a big deal, but these little things add up. You know what they say, the little things add up, right? Now, I know a lot of people will say, hey, just go get the Mavic Air 2 if you have the Mini 1. Yeah, that's a good option, right? But you're gonna shell out how much? $799, $800, or $1,000? That's a pretty big jump, right? And then you lose portability. I'll make a video about that, showing you the features you get, but you gotta let me know in the comment section below, right? Because I don't know what to make if you don't tell me. I'll just be flying my life away. We're going towards it, we're going towards it, we're going towards it, and we punch out. Oh, nice. Bam, let's back away and punch in. Oh my gosh, you got the dolly zoom effect, guys. It's not hard. Bang. I did a whole video on this right here with the Air 2. It's the same thing. You got some Air 2 features here too, you know. Did I mention USB-C? Did I mention Bluetooth quick transfer to quick transfer your files? All new features. Did I mention the LED customizable lights on the front, which ironically enough look kind of gimmicky, but it gives you better clearance at night. If you're flying in low light, you can see this drone a little bit better with those LED lights. You know, the wind resistance, the filters and battery compatibility. I could go on. The video resolution. Let's take it a step further. What about the bit rate? If you like doing, you know, kind of professional stuff, you want to get your feet wet in this 107 stuff. Yeah, you got 100 megabits per second video bit rate. That's nice and decent bit rate right there. All right. So, did I mention it's more rigid? It's more solid. It's less flexible and quirky. You can't really bend it up. It's quieter. It flies 35 miles an hour versus the old one, 29 miles an hour. Better satellite connection. OcuSync 2.0, whether you want to admit it or not, this OcuSync connection is a boss. Let's be real. Let's be honest. What does it boil down to? It boils down to what features are you going to use, right? I mean, look, there's all types of people out there. If you're just the kind of guy or gal that wants the latest and greatest, then just go out and buy it, right? Spend the smackaroos, spend the bucks, spend the extra 50 or $100 more, right? Get the latest and the greatest. Whether you're going to use the features or not. But if you're the type of person that is very cautious about your money, you don't want to put your money in places and things that, let's be honest, you're not going to use. You might be a casual flyer. You don't care about 4K. Okay, the zoom is nice, but I'm not getting that serious. Right? I'll never touch 4K. I'm filming my kids and my family, right? I'm not going to fly like crazy. If there's a boat there and stuff like that, I'm not trying to wrap around the boat. We know with the Wi-Fi, you try to wrap around something like a boat in the water. I'll show you if a boat passes. With that Wi-Fi signal, you're done. Maybe you don't care about that. You don't want to do any of those cool shots. You just want to fly a drone every now and again. And maybe Mini's just fine. Maybe the Mavic Mini is just fine. I fell in love with this drone, guys, just from a portability standpoint. And now DJI just took it to a whole nother level. What about photography options? Let's go into photography. Now we got RAW. It's on JPEG plus RAW. Now my question is, let's be honest in the comment section below, guys. Are you going to shoot RAW? Are you going to go into your SD card, put it into your computer, download that RAW file, put it in Lightroom or whatever photo coloring app that you use and color grade? Are you? Yeah, it's nice to have the features, but is that a feature that really makes sense to you? Is it ever something that you see yourself using? Is it something that's worth paying the $50 for? Good. So you're shooting RAW. Download, edit the file, put it on your computer. Okay, maybe you're that guy or that girl. Good. Auto exposure bracketing. That's taking it even a next step further. What the bracket's going to do is take 3 shots. It's going to take one at +7, one at 0, and one at -7. And you can see which one looks better and use it. Color it. Or the 3 shots at the -7, the 0, and the +7, you can layer those shots one on top of the other, so you can get the dark parts to come out from the light shot, you can get the light parts to be preserved in the dark shot, and layer it all in your photo editing program. Shebang! Is that something you really see yourself using? Yeah, that's a big feature, but is it a big feature to you? That's going to determine whether you want to upgrade or not. Let's face it. Now, panel. This one's pretty interesting. Some people I know want to upgrade just because of the panel. Just hit the shutter button. Now you're in the panel world. Oh, wow. Not bad. Right? Not bad. It's like a 360. This is not bad. This is a really fun shot. Right? And this here I like. You can see the bridge on the outside. You can see the power plant on the other side. Really nice DJI. Is it worth upgrading for this on top of all the new stuff that I mentioned earlier? Maybe you're more of a photography guy, right? Maybe this is just something cool to do that's worth paying the extra 50 bucks for. If you're coming from the Mini 1 going to the Mini 2, listen guys, I can only show you the features. This is one you're gonna have to answer for yourself. This is a decision you're gonna have to make on your own, whether it's worth it. You're paying for these features. Are you gonna use it? Or you just want the latest and greatest? Are you gonna use it? Be honest. As long as it's not windy. Once travel restrictions are kind of uplifted, then, you know, you might have to look at the air too, because I go to South America a lot. In a lot of cases, I can't even take off. It gets windy out in those areas there. So take all of that into consideration when you're making a decision, guys. Take all of that into consideration. And look, you got the 180. It's not only the spherical, you got the 180. Let's take a 180 and see how it looks. You got what happens before the bridge and after the bridge. Wow. Wow. This one's nice too, not as wide, but yeah. Nothing compared to this. When you look at this, you're like, wow. I know some of you want everything. Give me everything that the Air 2's got, right? Yeah, right. For me, having both the Mini 1 and the Mini 2, it's just not, it just doesn't make sense to me. You've got to determine whether that makes sense to you, because of the size and weight being the same thing essentially, right? Or at least it being under 249 grams. What's the point of taking this when the Mini 2 can do everything that this can do and more? Now, there's 3 things that the Mini 1 has over the Mini 2. Number 1, it's cheaper. It's cheaper. 50 bucks, 100 bucks, however you want to look at it, it's cheaper. Number 2, the controller, whether you like it or not, may not have the battery life, but it is more portable. May not have the screen at the top that's more comfortable for flying and stuff like that, but it is more portable. And for some people, that's a thing. Lastly, it works with third-party apps like DroneLink and Litchi. This doesn't have it, at least not yet. Who knows when it's gonna come? But if that's something you're interested in, hey, and you want to save some money along the way, Mini 1 might be the option for you. I'm just saying, might be. Outside of those 3, I can't really think of anything else. So let me know what you guys doing. You sticking with the Mini 1? You upgrading to the Mini 2? Are you keeping both? Are you gonna sell the Mini 1, keep the Mini 2, and think about the Air 2? Or what have you done, I should say, because I know a lot of you pulled the trigger already. Did you pull the trigger? And here's a fun fact, only 46% of you watching this video actually subscribe. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit thumbs up while you're at it till it turns blue, so YouTube knows I'm out here making videos for you guys. And I'll catch you guys whenever I can. I'm still giving away 6 DJI Mavic 2 Pros or Zooms. Head over to my Patreon account, donate $1, become a patron, and automatically you're entered to win a chance to win one of 6 of those drones. Guys, let's make this happen. Come on, support me and help me support you.